let's say I set a goal and I want to be a book writer. My goal this year is to write three new books. And I program into AI and I say, write me chapters 1 through 5. I've actually learned nothing about how to write a book. I've just got the end result. So maybe at the end of the year, I've got 3 books that have been published. Yay, I'm an author. But really, I've done nothing to develop my own skills of writing.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Habitual Growth Podcast. We got Lisa back in the studio again. So welcome, Lisa. Good to see you.
You too, Nate.
Yes, and today, before we plug the podcast, we're actually going to be talking about a topic that has really been bothering me, and I know actually offline you were talking about this as well, which is just AI, applying AI and just making sure that you actually understand what is being given to you by, so that, quite frankly, you have the knowledge and the development to grow personally, but also professionally in every aspect of your life. But before we get into this, we're going to talk quick about what this podcast does, because we want you to go out and apply these things to your real life. This isn't just us here talking and having a good conversation. Lisa and I get to do this all the time.
We do it all the time.
So we really want you to take action, because this is where excuses come to die, discipline is built, and lives are changed. We want to see you transform. We want to see you grow so that you can do more, be more, and live more. So Lisa, we were talking a little bit about AI offline and forecasting. Yeah. Let's expand on that a little bit more. Happy to kind of share my perspective after you go, but I'd love to just kind of get the blanket of the realization you had this week with your forecasting models that you were actually building with the help of AI.
Yeah, this is a great topic, and I think it's super relevant, especially as companies and people continue to push AI further and further into everyday life, how we work, from everything from fun creating videos to, even things like I was doing last night, doing forecasting modeling based on different scenarios. What I thought was interesting about my experience last night was actually the gap between using AI as a tool to get a result and missing the part about learning the process or the skill to get the result. And I'll maybe share the story to bring it into context. So I was creating forecasting models in Excel. I knew I needed this result. I needed a whole bunch of different tabs, a whole bunch of different formulas, used ChatGPT to create this beautiful spreadsheet. And I was looking through it and I was looking at numbers, and the equations is what stuck out to me, because I was like, I've never actually used that function. I don't know what it does. Like, what else is it connected to? And it kind of made me stop and think, like, I've got this beautiful forecast model built in Excel that I can manipulate and do a whole bunch of different ways. I don't actually know what it means. What do the data points that AI has then built into this assumption model? Where are the dependencies? What, are the levers that might need to be pulled or pushed in different scenarios that would make the biggest impact? And I think that's true of a lot of people when they use AI, especially in personal development or professional development to build a skill. Our go-to is, I'm going to go to AI, I'm going to get this result. It's efficient, it's fast, ta-da, I'm amazing. And we lose sight of the skill that you're building or the understanding behind what it's built for you. And so I actually went back and took time and then asked it questions. How did you come up with these fields? Why is this important? What other things should I consider? So that I walked tab by tab and understood what was actually in there. I didn't need to build the tool from the ground up by hand. I probably couldn't have even done it, if I'm being honest. So the tool is useful, AI is useful, but people miss the connection between the end result and actually building the skill or the understanding to articulate and use the tool to its best capacity.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I love the fact, because I haven't heard this before, actually, so it's good. I love the fact that you actually went back and said, hey, how did you calculate this? Or what did you do here? What are these inputs? Because I was just, the story that I was kind of sharing with Lisa offline was, yesterday I logged into Facebook and my entire feed from 7,000 people is like, I just watched this Alex Hormozi and Tony Robbins podcast, and here are my summaries and takeaways. And if you want this, and I was just thinking to myself, I wonder how many people actually watched it. Like how many people actually put the thought behind what they wanted ChatGPT or whoever to articulate as their point. And there was one person that just wrote, and it was the same quintessential picture of Alex and Tony sitting across from each other. you look at everybody's picture, it's all the same picture, right? There's no different picture. There
There's
wasn't
no
like
different. Yeah.
you took it at a different frame or a different angle, or it was just the same picture of those two sitting there. And they just wrote, "Hey, ChatGPT, summarize this podcast and put in things that I would like to say to
Yeah.
my audience." End quote. And it's like every internet guru right now, and it
Yeah.
made me laugh because it's true, right? We're
Yeah.
so programmed to get the end result of things, and just like you said, look at me, I'm amazing, I got the answer.
Yeah.
And that isn't the way to do it, right? It helps, and you should get the answer. And if you can get to the answer with the understanding a lot faster, that's so much more important than just wasting your
Yeah.
time on spending hours or even days or sometimes weeks building a spreadsheet like you're talking about. But you have to know what you're actually talking about. And if you don't, and you can't articulate that, you can't make the necessary adjustments. You can't motivate your team the same way, because you're like, just see this post I put over here, right?
Right.
But nobody
Yeah.
knows that ChatGPT did it, so my team's going to get motivated on that. It has to be really come through authentically and from your heart. And, this is something that Lisa and I want to talk about in real time. And as you were kind of sharing this is a little bit of a tangent, but one thing that was going through my mind is like a lot of people, typically conservatives, let's be honest, that think about like our educational system as like, hey, we're just these cogs in this wheel, and you can't,
Yeah.
you've got to go out on your own and creative think and be resourceful and do all these things. Like, that's what AI is doing to a lot of people right now. You're just relying on another tool, whether it's the
Another.
education system, whether it's a tool, whatever it is, like, and you're not actually getting the understanding, you're just getting the results. You're not going to be any better off. And in fact, you're probably going to be worse off, because you're not even understanding the basics. You're just telling
Correct.
somebody, give me this answer. You're getting the answer and then doing whatever else you want with it.
Yeah. And here's a silly example, maybe to even articulate it in the personal development space, right? So let's say I set a goal and I want to be a book writer, right? So my goal this year is to write three new books. And I program into AI and I say, write me chapters 1 through 5. I've actually learned nothing about how to write a book. I've just got the end result. So maybe at the end of the year, I've got 3 books that have been published. Yay, I'm an author. But really, I've done nothing to develop my own skills of writing, which is actually what the journey is about, especially in personal development, where you are trying to build habits and grow skills and stretch yourself farther. So, but you might use AI to start an outline for your book. Hey, here's a topic that I have. What kind of outline, should I consider? You can use it to proofread, but don't skip the work completely, because you actually probably end up, to your point, moving backwards instead of moving forwards in your personal development.
Yeah, and I think everybody has seen, the brain scans, right? Those CT
Yeah.
scans of people that, use ChatGPT or AI consistently versus those, and which one lights up. And obviously, if you're using your brain and you're being creative and you're doing all the things internally, you're activating, much more of your brain. And we're not here to say AI is bad, right?
No.
This is a conversation around how do you leverage the tool while still making sure you are personally growing. And just on the book front, right? I don't know if you saw this 4 or 5 months ago, and it was that guy that came out and he was like, I wrote 3,000 books, right? And I make millions of dollars a year now. And and it takes me 1 day to write this book because AI does everything and I sell it. And people were so mad at him for it, but he owned it. And his thing wasn't, I want to learn how to be a writer and be creative. It was, I just want to make a lot of money. And so, right, if that's your goal and then people still buy it, then you've accomplished your goal. Like in that scenario, that's different than like you're saying, like, I have just wanted this experience. And we actually have somebody in our family who went ahead and wrote a book over the last couple of years and is getting all the attention for it. But he lived that story. He shared from his point of view what it was. It wasn't to make money. It was actually, nostalgic, and it was remembrance, and it was to tip his hat to those that have impacted his life and his family and his background. And so I think it's just really important for people to keep that in mind of like, what is your end goal when you're using this? And if it is true growth and development to create a better business, you better understand what AI is doing for you and have it almost coach and mentor you along the way, still using the tool, but just not getting the end answer and accepting it and just saying that it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's probably times that you just need the result, right? You need the efficiency, you need the result, and it's not a make or break if you fully understand something from top to bottom, right? But there's probably more scenarios where you do need to understand, at least to some level, how you got whatever this tool presented to you as, something you can use or leverage, especially in business, right? I think Andy Frisella talks about it all the time. It's no different than the people on the internet that go out and coach business people, but they've never actually run a business. It's the same thing with AI. If you're saying, build me all these tools for my business and, help me get a million likes. Well, you really haven't learned how to build a business. You learned to rely on a tool.
Yeah. And I think there is, just taking that example, and applying it to our own lives, right? We hope the audience applies this to theirs. But, yes, you want to go out and find people that have really done it, been through the trenches, truly understand. Like Andy is a big Andy, Ed, I would even say Alex, Tony, right? They're good at the psychology of the human, right? Of course, they use tools to help them build along the way, but one of the things they're really good at is understanding influence, how to apply that, really understanding the human psyche. And if you're going to be a good business leader, you need to understand that. And ChatGPT or any other AI model isn't going to be able to do that for you. That just comes from the reps and the experience and getting in front of other humans. And just like we saw this big push for, bringing things back to the US 5 years ago, I think we're going to start to see the same push where people are just getting rid of technology.
Yeah.
Recent studies have come out and shown, over 50% of the internet traffic is bots.
It's bots.
You go onto Facebook or TikTok or whatever, and you're just think you're interacting with these people. You're not. They're just a bunch of bots. And so I think that humanistic in-person element is really going to come back, where people want that connection. They want to know, hey, this person actually knows what they're talking about. They're coming up with real authentic content off the top of their head. I see them making mistakes. It's not all perfect. And I think that's some of the cool stuff that's really happening now. Again, that's a personal journey. You're learning certain things, which is different than just saying, I want to make a lot of money, go make me a lot of money. And I think those two are very different, specifically in terms of this industry, personal growth and development, but then also how you apply these things into your own personal life in across any aspect.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I do think there will be that technology pushback, but also, we're far enough down the road with a lot of technologies that they're not going to go completely away. So it's, I'm not here, to your point, to say, don't use AI or, you're using it wrong if you only want to make money. I think we're talking to the people that are really invested in all the things that habitual growth stands for: living with intent, choosing your path, taking control, building mental discipline. That's where the tool should be used as a tool and not used as a stepping stone to jump over any skills that you might need to build along that journey for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this is great. Real time. I loved it. I love this conversation. Only time is going to tell. And it's up to each of us individually, that personal responsibility and accountability to just make sure you have the understanding while you're leveraging any tool, AI or anything different like that. You just got to make sure that you really know what is happening so that you have the levers to pull. You still have the influence. You still have the skill sets that you're developing to continue to improve your life. So if you've liked this episode, hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, share with a friend or family member, somebody who you think this could be valuable for. And Lisa, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a great weekend, Nate.